Well guys, my worst nightmare just happened, which is that I filmed like a half-hour video that I would have edited into a 20-minute video, and I was out of focus the entire time. So I just turned the autofocus back on, so if this camera autofocuses in and out during this video, then we're just gonna deal with it, aren't we? I'm so irritated right now because the video was good and I liked the way I said stuff, and now I'm gonna have to redo it. I don't think I've ever had to do this, so take two. And let's hope my battery doesn't die. Oh yeah, I'm good. I think at this point most of you have probably already received your September Beauty Heroes box, and it features a brand that I have been saying, I think for months, I've been saying I'm so obsessed with the brand that Beauty Heroes is featuring for September. As you now know, the brand is Uma, and the hero product is the Intensely Nourishing Hair Oil. And the sidekick is the Ultimate Brightening Face Mask, which is an exclusive to Beauty Heroes launch, I think. So I couldn't be more excited that the month of my anniversary of receiving and reviewing the Beauty Heroes boxes is aligned with a brand that I have loved for a long time. I have only experienced several of their face oils, but they really are kind of unlike anything I've ever tried. Oftentimes when I mention sort of my trifecta of favorite skincare lines, it's always In Fiore, Mahalo, and Uma. So I do also appreciate though that in the spirit of branching out beyond face oils and giving Beauty Heroes subscribers a bit of a break from face oils, the product this month is a hair care product, and it is the first hair care product in a Beauty Heroes box during 2016. I think the last hair care box was the Josh Rosebrook box, which was November of 2015 last year. Jeannie was so kind and amazing to help me celebrate my year of working with Beauty Heroes. One of you guys is going to get to receive the box this month for free. So I am hosting a giveaway to give one of you guys the September box, and I will have details for how to enter that at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that, or if you don't care what I have to say about the box, then you can just fast forward to the end of this video. So I had the absolute pleasure of meeting the founder of Uma, a woman by the name of Shankla Holisek, I think is how you pronounce it. I have her business card. I met her at the Beauty Heroes event when I was at New York for Indie Beauty Expo. She's based in Beverly Hills, California, but Uma is such a unique, amazing brand because everything from the farming and harvesting and processing of the ingredients to the mixing and formulating to the production, packaging, distribution is all within her family's organic farm in India. To me, that is totally what sets Uma apart from nearly like any other brand on the market right now. Everything is single estate harvest. Thank you. Everything is harvested, produced, formulated all in one spot. I think that that is so laudable and noteworthy, and I think contributes to the potency and efficacy of these products. The recipes for their blends are proprietary and handed down from generation to generation in the spirit of Ayurveda, which is something I am super into. I'm sure many of you are super into it. But Shankla was telling me actually, literally like no one is in the room when her grandfather is like, you know, doing the ratios and proportions and blends. These are like secret, time-honored recipes that like literally nobody knows. She doesn't even know them. The first thing you will probably notice about Uma is that the blends are so potent, and I think that's because the ingredients are processed so close to the harvesting that the ingredients really retain sort of maximum potency and efficacy. And Shankla was telling me, she was kind of like, I don't really know if Americans are kind of gonna like get the, you know, Indian beauty ritual blends because they are much more potent smelling than kind of conventional American cosmetics. I, for one, am like, I'm all in. Like, I'm there with you, I'm in. I can like smell this through the bottle. That's like how potent it is, like through the base of the bottle. But anyway, okay, so a little bit about the hero product this month. Some of the key ingredients in here are yerba de tago, which is an Indian botanical also known as false daisy, to deliver deep nourishment and prevent premature graying. Amalaki, also known as the Indian gooseberry, for clarifying the scalp and stimulating new hair growth. Hibiscus for balancing the scalp pH, also reducing frizz and protecting against split ends. And then grapefruit and lemon essential oils for naturally bouncy, shiny, and healthy hair. The base oils in here are grapeseed, Indian gooseberry, moringa, almond, and jojoba oils. Instructions say to apply 5 to 6 drops to roots, scalp, and hair as a pre-shampoo or overnight treatment. You can use 3 to 4 drops on damp hair before heat treatment for protection. You can use 2 to 3 drops on the links and ends for frizz control, conditioning, and luster. I do also want to note that Uma went through a sort of repackaging, rebrand. Their packaging used to be kind of these, I don't know what the name of that shape is, like the lower half of an hourglass shape, sort of frosted brown glass bottle, which I mean, I didn't mind. I thought that those were attractive as well. But the new bottles have these really beautiful sort of flower illustrations on them. I think they're gorgeous. The only thing I kind of have a question about, an open question about, is that I don't know if, because I think all of the products are now in clear bottles, and I don't know if that's an issue for sort of maintaining the integrity of the ingredients. I know that dark bottles are preferable to clear for protecting the ingredients from, you know, rapidly decaying, I guess. So maybe I'll ask her that. And then just a little bit about the Ultimate Brightening Face Mask, which has a totally different but equally potent scent profile to the hair oil. So nice. The mask is sort of a very warming scent profile, and the hair oil, if I had to describe, I think it's more cooling. I already described it like at length, bumbling around in my first attempt at filming this video, so when I talk about my experience with it, I'll probably be much more succinct and tell you, I don't know, I'm still babbling even though I'm refilming this video. Okay, so this is Uma's newest launch. This is a traditional recipe of papaya, tomato, aloe vera, honey, and rose water. And then it's spiked with cinnamon, saffron, and sandalwood to revitalize and nourish dull, tired skin. And the brightening comes from bentonite clay and orange peel. And then the little beauty tip in here is to rub an ice cube over your face for a minute after removing the mask, which is, you know, sort of very in line with sort of the lymphatic drainage stimulation technique that the Infiore 424 method also endorses, I guess, which is to splash the face for 2 minutes with warm water and 2 minutes with like ice cold water. It just sort of helps with stimulation and opening and closing of the pores. So rubbing an ice cube over the face would have sort of the same effect, even more intense, because I've tried it and I was kind of like, ooh. Yeah, I kind of prefer the cold water splashing to the ice cube personally. Okay, so why don't I now tell you about my experience using this for the last 3-ish weeks now. I want to also share with you guys kind of my tips and tricks for hair oiling, because it is an endeavor I have undertaken on and off for a number of years, and I have learned some things along the way to make it a more manageable undertaking, because I'm sure many of you have been there where you saturate like your entire scalp and hair in coconut oil, and then you're like in hell in the shower trying to rinse it all out. Or is that just me? So I think that you can reap the benefits of hair oiling without having to do that, and this product is like a perfect example. I also have several other hair oils in my life that I really like. This is a unique and amazing addition to that collection, but in addition to this, I also regularly use the InnerSense harmonizing hair and scalp oil, which is really nice, the Fig and Yarrow scalp treatment, and I also have the La Bella Figuera jasmine hair oil, and I like all of those a lot. My favorite way to use this actually is before going to the gym, but if I am getting ready to wash my hair and not intending to align that with going to the gym, I'll do it before bed. I've also done it if I'm gonna do like a top knot during the day at work. I've thrown this onto my scalp before that, because you use such a small amount that it doesn't really make you look greasy, but you're still kind of getting the treatment effects. I probably wouldn't use it and keep my hair down, but if I was doing any kind of low bun or top knot or something, this would figure in perfectly. But I do time using it around my shampooing. Oh, I'll tell you about the scent profile now. I sort of smell like peppery citrus celery. As I was describing it the first time, I was like, but don't, like, I hate raw celery, really don't care for it. But so I didn't want me saying celery to turn people off, but I don't know, it could be like the lemon that's like sort of bordering on that sort of celeriac smell, or rosemary, I think also kind of gives it that sort of sharpness. It's sort of cool and sharp, herbal, citrus, spa, gorgeous. It has a scent of being very, very stimulating. That's sort of the word that I would affix to it. So what I do is I will sort of initially start with maybe 2 or 3 drops on my fingertips, palms, and I will go in just and start sort of massaging my scalp with that. Then I will go in with a few more targeted drops. So I'll do like 2 drops here, a drop here, a drop here, maybe a drop or 2 here, and then maybe a drop on sort of the base of my neck, and further massage that in. If I'm sleeping, I'll put my hair in sort of a loose braid. If I'm going to the gym, I'll throw it up in a bun. I haven't really used this as much on the ends of my hair because I don't want to like waste it like that. It feels so potent and targeted that I want it to really kind of like stay on my scalp where it's doing kind of the most treating, I guess. So normally then what I'll do is I'll go in with one of my other hair oils, just maybe like a small pump, and run that through the ends. So that is kind of my updated how I oil my hair routine, and it's just so manageable to get out, and I feel like you're still getting the benefits of treating your scalp and oiling your hair. As far as what I have noticed from using this, I feel like it really has kept my scalp from getting excessively oily. So that is something that I've always sort of had issues with my hair. My scalp will be oily and my ends will be kind of dry. I do have a wooden bristle brush, which I feel helps. But given that it's been miserably hot, you know, height of summer, I'm surprised my scalp has stayed in sort of as balanced a shape as it has been. And I think that this has really kind of helped keep the oil production of my scalp in check. As far as the claims for premature graying, I find that very exciting, and I will have to report back. However, I think it will also be hard to attribute that to this, because that is something that I thankfully have noticed before even using this product. For every like 3 or 4 gray hairs that I will pluck out, one of them will be growing back my natural color, which I'm always just like, thank you. Like I don't know if it's like the nutritional balancing that I've been doing or other hair oils that I've been using, keeping my scalp in good health, but this seems like a supercharged way to keep that going, because I fully intend to dye my hair when the time comes. And I mean, to be honest, I'm quite surprised and thankful that I don't have more gray hair for my age, I guess. My sister started graying in like her late teens and early 20s, and dyes her hair now. I would like to delay the onset of having to dye my hair as long as possible. So I'm really happy to have such a potent, high-powered hair oil in my life now to contribute to my aims of aging gracefully, I guess. Okay, I do have a couple of points to make about the face mask that I think might be helpful for you. I have used this once as an all-over face mask, and then 2, I think, subsequent times as part of a multi-masking routine. I know that that's like quite popular right now. For me personally, and I am normal skin type, it was too drying to use all over my face. So I just wanted to put that out there as a word of caution. If you are anything to the dry side of normal, I would probably say don't use this all over your face. I would use it in more targeted areas. So when I have done it as a multi-masking technique, I've used it kind of on my nose kind of up here, T-zone area, I guess, chin, and then I had like some weird clogged pore texture on this side of my jawline this month. It was really weird. I had like 2 or 3 like, I guess like small whiteheads. It just felt like a little bit congested right here. So I put this there as well. So to me, this is less an all over face mask and more of like a spot treatment targeted multi-masking thing to have in my arsenal, but really effective, I think, at balancing oil production and sort of deep cleaning and clarifying any excessively oily parts of your face. So if you are oily, acne prone, this would probably be fine to use all over your face, and in fact quite beneficial. Really calming, soothing, beautiful to use in the evening. I would not leave it on more than 7 to 10 minutes or it's probably going to excessively dry you out. A beautiful little addition, and I'm really excited to have gotten to try another skincare product beyond Uma's face oils. Okay, I have a couple of Beauty Heroes updates. The Love More promotion is sick this month. It's so good. Highly recommend if you need to stock up on stuff from the Beauty Hero shop. If you spend $125, you get a little trio of Uma face oils, which are valued at $40. You get the Deeply Clarifying, which is like one of their best sellers. Shrankla was telling me that's her like #1 product from their range. It's one of Jeannie's favorite products. I haven't tried that one. And then you also get the Pure Calm and the Absolute Anti-Aging. They're the kind of face oils that you still smell on your skin in the morning in the most like pleasant of ways. Beauty Heroes also started carrying some new products in the shop. They now have the Bottega Organica Illuminate Eye Cream. They started carrying 2 new products from Kahina Giving Beauty. Their facial cleanser, which I don't think I've ever tried. Kahina 100% Argan Oil, which is, I think, my favorite pure argan oil I've ever tried. It's gorgeous. And then they also started carrying the organic UK, I think, based hair care line Tabitha James Cran, which I had heard of. The dry shampoo is getting a lot of love on No More Dirty Looks. And I remember when I first looked it up, this was like, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, I was like, $45 dry shampoo. Let me think on that. So they're definitely luxury. Okay, and so then lastly, the details of how you can enter to win September's box. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, please. I would really appreciate it. Be following myself and Beauty Heroes on Instagram. So I'll have the links down below, but I am at L'Amour et la Musique, and Beauty Heroes is just at Beauty Heroes. And then leave a comment on this video and tell me which brand you would most like to see featured in a Beauty Heroes box. I'm so curious to hear what everybody has to say for that. So I will keep this giveaway open until Tuesday. Let's do that. I will notify the winner on Tuesday in the comment, and then we can communicate over email. I will supply your information to Jeannie and you will receive the box directly from Beauty Heroes. So thank you so much to Jeannie and Beauty Heroes for 12 months of just amazing eco-beauty discoveries and giving me the opportunity to share all of this content with you guys who are watching. If you want to subscribe to Beauty Heroes, I do have a link down below. It will get you the September box as well as the subsequent 2 boxes. It's a minimum 3-month subscription, which I am still planning to do my 12-month retrospective video. I've already been like saving a bag of all the products. A lot of them are empty products actually. I will be filming that video soon and we'll have it up by the end of this month. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you as well for being supportive of the monthly Beauty Heroes review videos. I'm really happy that you find them useful. I would love to hear about your thoughts and experience with this month's box. So thank you again for watching and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.